Әміз балай 31-ні дәс қараңа success story. Success story. Alright. So let me ask a question. So can you guess who they are and what they are? Okay. Can you guess who they are? Әмісі сағалашылы екран қараңа, әмісі бұлар кімді осылар қанша? Қайсы кішілер ма біріншісі? Бұл Сэм Уолтон. Okay. Сэм Уолтон. Сэм Уолтонның торамсылы балалар кім о бұл? Орында кешкенсе бәлге мен маңлы біліші мүмкін, алмына бәлгісі бар кеншін ама. Бұл неме Стив Джобс. Okay, Steve Jobs. And бұл Сэм Уолтон кім о десаңла? Founder of Walmart. Okay, do you know this? Okay. Walmart'ın қамысы болла? Walmart есапта. Дүниядегі әң чоң зәнжірсімін талла бізірі. Немдейміз талла бізірі? Supermarket. Walmart supermarket. Шыда ма? Walmart supermarket. And the ikinci söylesanglar, okay, Steve Jobs, CEO of Apple company, also the founder of Apple, okay, company. Okay, mesela company dediğimiz değil mi? Şirket. Demek hem de alma şirketin kendisi kurgutsa. Hoş. You know, Sam Walton is a successful. Can you guess what his first job? Okay. Do you know his first job? And Sam Walton intan muvaffaqiyat qozongan hamda shu karxanchi hamda bu Walmart desa hamda dunyodagi eng chong tanlovlar. Andaqda mushta tunji xizmatdan nima degan fahmsiz vallah. Okay. Okay, it's he worked as a shop assistant in a small shop. And the tunji xizmat bo'lsin bersanlar bir kichik do'konda qanday qilgan shop assistant prikazchik bo'lib ishlagan bolalar. Okay. Demak, eng shu kichik do'kondagi prikazchik bo'lishdan keyin dunyodagi eng chong tanlovlarning qurg'uvchisiga aylangan-chu. Demak, hamda buni tunji xizmat nima? Okay, shop assistant. Shop assistant in there. What can I do for you? Do'konga what can I do for you? Menga nima qilib beraman? Nima qilib beraman? What can I do for you? What about? Can you guess what Steve Jobs' first job was? Do you know his first job? He worked for a computer company. He was employed in a computer company. And the Steve Jobs deməlisən, bir kompüter şirkətində işləgən. And the employ deganimiz deməlisən, şu yerdə yollanıb işləgən. Demək ki, bir kompüter şirkətində qanday qılğan yollanıb işləgən. So they have a really long road to success, right? Sizlərlə çəmin müşünün ki, muvaffaqiyat qazanışqa intayın, uzaq bir yol getken. Şunda bu? So today we will learn a story about how a successful man began in business. So, new words first. Allah, şu yeni sözlerini bir öğrenip çıkardı. Sağ olasınlar. Anlat kanalı. Abay nimdir yok. Steve Jobs'ın nime işlegen Apple Company. Şuna ama Apple Company. O gelmiş yerge company dediğimiz nime. Sana şirket degen gap. Company. Okuyalım. Company. Okay, company. And the company'nin ilgili nimde bugün sana firm. Okay, firm degen nime. Sana şu şirket degen gap. It's a CEO of Apple Company. And the şirket CEO degen nim degen gap. Sana Chief Executive Officer. Chief degenimiz asaslık. Yani baş. Yani ali degen gap. Executive. İcraiye. İcra kıladigan, baş kuradigan. Officer əməldarı. Demek ki, baş icraiye əməldarı. Demek ki, şu şirketin başkanı en ali derecelik. Komandanı ali derecelik. Baş kurgucusu degen gap. Şu əmdə. Baş kurgucusu. Okay. They booted him out of the company for not working. Okay. And şu almış şirketi dersler kurulganda bular bir küçük grup olab şu darsınki garage maşın to'xtirgan uyda qanday qilgan desanlar boshlagan. Keyin endi mablag' sag'ishlarni jalb qilib, hamda bu payni mablag' sag'ishlariga taqatgan. Keyin endi Steve Jobs yetishib olmay qanday qilgan desanlar, buningga nihoyat qobil bo'lgan CEOdan birini, boshqaruvchidan birini taklif qilgan-chu. Taklif qilib o'zi endi texnik bo'lim mas'ul bo'ldi. Bundan keyin endi bu boshqaruvchini Pepsi shirkatining qabul qildi endi. Keyin endi bu shu paychiqlar bilan hamkorlashib buni Steve Jobsni olma shirkatidan qo'g'lab chiqardi. O'ylab bakalım, o'zi qurgan şirketden endi o'zi qo'g'lanish nihoyatda bir nima deymiz endi, nihoyatda bir ichinishliq, ig'ir bir ish qo'yamdi. Shuni ham yarga booted him. Yani boot somebody out deganimiz, sanki shu tepib chiqarib o'tish degan gap. Okay, boot. Boot deganimiz nima? O'tikmi shu o'tik bilan tepib ham qanday o'tish, chiqarib o'tish. Okay. Demek endi Steve Jobs qanday qilgan. Endi Steve Jobsning tunji xizmati nima bo'lgan ekan? Okay, he employed in, he worked for a computer company. He was employed in computer company. Demek endi bu shu kompyuter şirketiga, bir kompyuter şirketi uchun ishlagan. Shuningda xizmat qilgan, shuningga yollanib ishlagan degan, employ. Demek endi Steve Jobsning dastlabki xizmati shu, ya'ni shu kompyuterlar munosabatlik. Endi savodashlar musharaka employee bilan employer. Endi employee deganimiz shu yollanib ishlaydigan xonimda employer bo'lsa, shu yollovchi. Shu xo'jayin o'zi nima deymiz? Employer. Okay, employer. Employee, employer. Okay, employee, employer. Anaqda keyingi qanarisanlar retire. Okay, retire. Qaranglar, men sizni bunday aytsam, men read degan qayta degan gap qo'yamda. Masalan, review bo'lsin bo'ldi. Ya, mana takror qilmoq. Read degan qayta, view degan ko'rmay. Qayta ko'rgandan o'zi takror qilish bo'ladi. Retire degan qayta tire deganimiz erib ketmak. Sizlar qayta erib ketaversanglar ishlar o'tib qana qilsa, oy pensiyaga chiqqanda aytishnami? Demak, endi qirib qolganda pensiyaga chiqadi. Demak, retire deganimiz pensiyaga chiqmoq. Okay, amsa u o'tgan yil shirkatdan pensiyaga chiqdi degan nima deymiz hozirlar? Deymiz he retired from the company last year. He retired from the company last year. Okay, and he's getting old. He is going to retire. Okay, and qirishga boshladi yoki qirib ketib bordi. Endi shu u qanaqa qilmoqchi? He is going to retire. And pensiyaga chiqmoqchi. He is going to retire. Okay. And the keyingisi nima deyapsanlar? Workshop. Okay, a workshop. Do you know what the workshop is? Workshop is a room or building where the tools and machines are used for making things. And the six that we move on is out to a workshop. The name is workshop. Name is a workshop. Okay. And that over chocolate is bir sixta deydi. Mesela yaktek degan gap. Mesela this is a chocolate workshop. Bu bo'lsa chocolate workshop. Demakcha bu yerda shokolad yasaydi degan gap. Tushunami? Okay. Mesela the workers are making spare parts for airplanes in a workshop. And bu sixta bu ishchilar mush aeroplanning zapchastlarini qanday qilyapti? Yasayapti. Demak, workers are making spare parts for airplanes in a workshop. Okay. Next one is save. Buni savid. What's that called? Save. Okay, save deganimiz saqlamoq. Masalan, biz kompyuterimizda masalan, Word'ni ishlatib, saqlash buyruqi bo'lsin degan shu nima desangiz, shu save degan buyruq. Save means to keep something, especially money, for use in the future. And the mechaniki bo'ladi. Pul bir narsani saqlash, yig'ish bo'lsin nima desangiz, save. Masalan, pul yig'moq bo'lsa, save money. Okay? Save money. And the Tom arab tili qanday qildi o'ziniki pachprat pullarini yig'di. Masalan, Tom saves his pocket money every week. And saves his pocket money every week. Mana arabda o'ziniki pachprat pullari, and the pocket money deganimiz nima desanlar, yanchiq pul deyishunami? Yanchiq pul shu pachprat pul, butun pul emas, shunami? Okay. Masalan, he saved for years to buy a car. Masalan, he saved money for years to buy a car. And bir mashina sotib olish uchun u bir necha yil qanday qildi? Pul yig'di. Okay. Endi qarang savolashim, shu ekrandagi so'zlarning qaysisi yo'qolib ketib bordi? Bu so'zlarni bir o'qib o'tinglar. Retire. Okay, retire. Pensiyaga chiqmoq. Helper. Okay, helper deganimiz nima edi? Yordamchi, shunami? Bicycle. Okay, bicycle deganimiz velosiped. Save, workshop. Sex, grandson, nevrisi, nevri degani grandson deymiz. Employ, shu yollamak, yollanib ishlamak. Company, shirkat. All right. Which one is missing? Helper, right? Which one is missing? Okay, employ. Which one is missing? Yeah, retire. Which one is missing? Okay, it's a workshop. Which one is missing? Bicycle. Which one is missing? Yeah, grandson. Which one is missing? Yeah, employer. Which one is missing? Save. Good job. So look. So what was Frank's first job? Frankning sizlarni uchinchi xizmati nima edi? Ishxonada o'tirishmi, yoki mashina remont qilishmi, yoki velosiped remont qilishmi? Okay. So I guess it's repairing bicycle, right? So first listen and answer these questions. All right. And so let's not watch it. Tafsili bir anlab bo'lgandek bir javobini bersanlar.
Lesson 31. Success Story. First listen and then answer the question. What was Frank's first job? Yesterday afternoon, Frank Hawkins was telling me about his experiences as a young man. Before he retired, Frank was the head of a very large business company, but as a boy, he used to work in a small shop. It was his job to repair bicycles, and at that time he used to work 14 hours a day. He saved money for years, and in 1958 he bought a small workshop of his own. In his 20s, Frank used to make spare parts for airplanes. At that time, he had 2 helpers. In a few years, the small workshop had become a large factory which employed 728 people. Frank smiled when he remembered his hard early years and the long road to success. He was still smiling when the door opened and his wife came in. She wanted him to repair their grandson's bicycle.
All right. So what was Frank's first job? Frank's tunji xizmat nima edi arkadaşlar? What was it? Yeah, his first job was to repair bicycles. And onun tunji xizmati mushu velosiped remont qilish. Onun tunji xizmati qanday qilish? Velosiped remont qilish. Okay, next question. So what has his small shop become? And onunki kichik do'koni nimaga aylandi oxiri? Factory mi? It's a large factory and cho'ng bir zavodga aylandi, shunami? So Frank's been successful, hasn't he? Mush Frank intayin muvaffaqiyat qozondi, shundaqmi? Yes or no? Yes, he has. He's very successful. All right, answer textga bir nazar solib boqaylik. Yesterday afternoon, Frank Hawkins was telling me about his experiences as a young man. Okay. Tunugun tushdan keyin Frank Hawkins mana o'zininki yosh vaqtlaridagi as a young man, yashash vaqtlaridagi hamda experience tajribalarini so'zlab beryapti. Okay. Frank is a head of a very large business company. Okay. And the Frank hozir bo'lsa intan yo'g'on bo'lgan bir savdo shirkatininki the head of deganimiz shuni beshi yo'l boshchisi, xo'jayini degan gap. But as a boy, biroq u kichik vaqtida he used to work in a small shop. And u bir kichik bir shirkatda ishlagan edi. It was his job to repair bicycle. Onunki xizmati mushu velosiped remont qilish edi. At that time, he used to work 14 hours a day. Ayni vaqtda hamda o kuniga 14 soatlab ishlaydi. He saved money for years, and in 1938 he bought a small workshop of his own. Okay. Hamda o necha yillab pul yig'ib 1938-yilga kelganda he bought bir kichik bo'lgan sexdan birini o'ziga tava bo'lgan sexdan birini qanday qildi? Sotib oldi. During the war, Frank used to make spare parts for airplanes. And then o'sha urush vaqtida, masalan dunyo urushlari vaqtida u o'sha aeroplanning zapchastlarini yasagan. At that time, he had two helpers. By the end of the war, the small workshop had become a large factory, which employed 728 people. And the urushning oxirida bu kichik sex bir yo'g'on zavod qaylandi. O 728 728 adamni ishiltirgan. Yo'q 728 adam ishiltirish oson emas. So Frank smiled when he remembered his hard early years and long road to success. And Frank ayni vaqtdagi jaboliq yillarni hamda muvaffaqiyatga qatnashib bo'lgan uzoq yo'lni eslaganda kulimsiradi. He was still smiling when the door opened and his wife came in. Uning ayoli kirib eshikni ochganda u texcha kulimsirayotdi. Kulga uning chiroyida jilmayotdi. She wanted him to repair their grandson's bicycle. O o'zininki, nevarasiniki o'zidan ibot qilib deydi. Demak, hamda bir oddiy qana bir tushirib ketib qoldi. Hamda shu darsimizniki language focus. Boshdan qaralamiz, shunda intay muhim bu nuqtalar. Language focus. Okay, first one. In 1958, he bought a small workshop of his own. And misharik of his own, of someone's own deganimizni ma'risanlar. Ma'lum birsiniki, yoki ma'lum birsiga tava. Okay, of someone's own. Demek o'ziniki. Masalan, Mr. Smith has a car of his own. Demek uning o'ziniki, naq o'ziga tava bir mashinasi bor. Okay, Mr. Smith has a car of his own. Has a car of his own. Okay. Amsa, o o'ziga tava bo'lgan bir uyni setib oldi. She bought a house of her own. Okay, endi miyarga ayollar bo'lgan of her own. Demak, o o'ziga tava bo'lgan, o'ziniki. Demak, endi someone's own bo'lsa, shunga tava degan gap. Masalan, Mary lives in America on her own. Endi miyarga on her own degan by herself. Demakchi, o'zi yolg'iz, o'zilam, tikandek yolg'iz. degan gap. On one's own deganimiz nima? By oneself. By oneself. Okay, masalan, I live in America by my own. Men Amerikada o'zim yolg'iz turmayman degan gap. I live in this house by myself. By myself bo'lsa, men o'zim yolg'iz. Okay, endi ikkinchisi. And ikkinchisi qarasak, ikkinchisini deb to'g'risanlar, Frank used to make spare parts for airplanes. And bu yerga in his 20s. And bu in his 20s deganimiz in one's 20s degani uni 20 yoshlarda. Okay. Shu 20 yoshlarda degani ham shu 20 necha yosh, ya 21 ta 29 bir endi 20 yoshlar atrofida degan, shu 20 necha yoshlar atrofida. Mesela in one's 30s, 30 necha yoshlar atrofida. Naq 30 yosh emas, jumumiyada. Degandek hamda. Qaranglar, Mr. Johnson went abroad in his 40s. Mr. Johnson efendim, o chet elga o'zining 40 yoshlarida qanday qilgan desanlar, chet elga chiqqan. Okay. Ondan sonra yana başka bir mesela in 1980s deganimiz hamda o'sha 20-asrning 80-yillari. 80-yillar deganimiz hamda bu bir doira vaqti bildirarki 80-yillar bo'lmaydi. Shu 80-yillardan tarix 90-yillargacha 10 yil atrofida shu vaqtni 80-yillar deymiz arkadaşlar. Mesela 20. asırın 90. yılları şu Cungo'da gayet zor, alem şumul özgürlükler oldu. Ne diyeyim şunu? Mesela in the 1990s, great changes took place in China. Great changes took place in China. Demek hem de gayet zor özgürlükler Cungo'da yüz verdi. Hoş şemsen, ama şimdi bir retail bakaylı sağlaştı. Mesela ne diyeyim? Frank Hawkins was telling me a story about his past experiences, his experiences as a young man. Degende ben şu nimsinler göncensinler da bir asla qağına özanlar bir meşqi qaşnım qısanlar young man. Yani before he retired, Frank was a head of blah blah blah blah blah blah. But as a boy, he used to do what?